I've been going back and forth on this for months now, and I just can't ignore the truth any longer. Uh, It's been something that I've been hiding from, I've been in denial about, and I've even completely disregarded my own truth about how I feel I've been lying to myself, but I can't do it anymore. And especially, I can't lie to you anymore because honestly, it's killing me. I feel like my life has lost its vibrance. I feel like I'm a zombie now. I don't feel quite the way that I could feel. And the only reason that I know that's a possibility is because of you. You made me feel safe. You made me feel like a kid again, but in a good way, before I got traumatized and before experiences of life just completely changed who I was. The way you love me, it made me feel like something beautiful is still out there in this world. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't ready for that kind of shock. I wasn't ready for those kind of feelings. I wasn't ready to feel safe with you. And that's nothing against you. It's just me overthinking and me just being wounded and unhealed. And I was just scared of good things. And the more and more I sat and thought about it, the more and more foolish I realized I was, and how I had something so perfect in you and in what we shared together. But I just killed it because of the death that was in me about my lack of belief of good things. And so when you came around, I couldn't believe that what we shared was so opposite to everything that I've experienced before. And I wasn't ready. And the more and more you loved me, the more and more you understood me, the more and more I felt this. The word that keeps coming to mind is shock. I just couldn't believe I was experiencing something as beautiful as I was when everything had trained me for the exact opposite. And now all I can do is sit here and wish and pray and hope for a restart, for a second chance, even though I know I don't deserve one, when I've done everything that I didn't want to do and did none of the things that I actually wanted to do because of how I was trained and how I programmed myself based off of what I've experienced. I should have put you first. I should have seen you as an individual, and I should have treated you as such. And if I would have done that, I know we'd be in a different spot now, instead of you and me both hurting because I ran from something so good, something that felt so natural, but something that was just so opposite to my experience. Being with you, it completely changed the way I look at possibilities. It completely changed the way I look at the world. It even made me change the way that I looked at myself, and I started to believe different things that I didn't believe before, like how I could be worthy of a happily ever after kind of romance and kind of love. I never believed that was possible before. And that right there, me not believing that it was possible, I believe that was what caused me to create our downfall and ruin the goodness that we had between each other and that we shared. And it's one of the biggest regrets that I have, was not opening up to you and not trusting you and not trusting in what we had and the feeling of safety that I actually felt, but was in denial about. And I shouldn't have kept my guard up around you. I should have let you in. And to that point, when I realized how deeply ingrained in my soul you actually were, it scared the bejeebers out of me. I'm not going to lie to you. It was just something that caught me so off guard that I didn't know how to react in a positive and mature way. And now I look at my future and think about how much I messed up such a wonderful, perfect feeling thing that we had. And I kick myself every day because I realize that I let the one get away. And that's you. I can't believe it. I wish that I could do it all over again. Maybe I wouldn't be so scared to be real this time. Maybe I wouldn't be so scared to be transparent and show you my true feelings that I had for you. I can't get over how I feel like I ruined a blessing. I can't get over the fact that the way I thought about myself is the way that I treated you, and you didn't deserve that. You deserved so much better, so much more. And all I want to do is give that to you. Now that I realize the error of my ways, now that I've expanded my horizons and found people that are in the situation that I would like to find myself in, which is deeply in love with somebody of complete trust, I just want that with you. I don't want it with anybody else. And my heart is so broken and it's so shattered because I lost you. And more so, what hurts more is that I just didn't lose you. I pushed you away. And all I wanted to do is love you and be loved by you. And I just completely ruined it because of my fears, because of my insecurities, because of my previous failures. And I feel like I jeopardized the one shot at love that I had. And I'm pissed. I'm very, very, very pissed at myself that I allowed myself to get to that point without realizing what I had. And I'm just so sorry. I'm so sorry that I walked away from you. It weighs so heavily on me. I feel like there's this crushing feeling on my heart. And it's just because I don't have you. It's because I pushed you away. It's because I thought that I knew better than I actually did. And they say pride comes before the fall. And what happened between us is a perfect example of that. I thought that based on my experiences, I knew what to expect. And I couldn't have been more wrong. And the feeling of being so wrong and it costing me something so dear to me, I have nightmares about it. I have absolute horrific, terrifying nightmares about what I've done and what that could mean for the rest of my life. I feel like I've been living in a dark place ever since I made that idiotic decision to walk away from what we had. When I look back at my history, the only bright spot that I have was you and what we had together. And it makes me realize how unequal what we had was. You were in a position to love me the way that I needed to be loved, but I wasn't in a position to accept that. I wasn't in a position to reciprocate that. I wasn't in the position that I am now. I was always fighting myself, going back and forth on my beliefs. And that's terrible. I had no solid foundation to grow from. And it sucks that I only realize that now that I've lost the best thing that's ever happened to me. All I want to do is go back in time and redo it the right way, to treat you how you deserve to be treated, which is like a queen. And I should have realized that sooner, and I should have done more. Here I am singing my shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But this time, I feel it on a deeper level than I've ever felt before. If I had the opportunity, I'd do it right this time. And we'd ride off into the sunset and have our happily ever after the way I know we were supposed to. When I look and I examine my heart, I find you. Every time. And I've tried to deny it, but I can't anymore, and I won't anymore. I'm doing everything that I can right now to build myself into the man that I should have been. And I pray every single day that I get another shot with you. But I know that actions speak louder than words. So if granted the opportunity, I'd love you harder than I've ever loved before. I love you the right way. And you would never have to wonder how I feel about you. You would never have to feel like I'm blocking you. You'd be so a part of me that it would be impossible for us to ever be apart. I'm sad about what happened, and I grieve what could have been and what should have been. And based on that, I'm making all the changes that I see necessary, that if I ever get blessed to be with you again, that I do it right this time. Because you deserve that and so much more. You deserve everything I can give. You deserve the moon and the stars, and I would love to be that for you. I would love to be a part of your happiness. I could think of nothing that would make me happier. If you say yes, I'll run back to you. If you say yes, I'll be there sooner than you know it. I just need to know, do you still want this? Do you still want the possibility of us like I do? 'Cause I love you.